So now that's why.
Right, that's enough of that. People have always said I've been somewhat of a spacer, but don't worry, we are still earthbound at this moment in time. This, let me just explain, is one of the models that was used in BBC TV series Blake 7, and in a moment I'll be talking to visual effects designer Matt Irvine, who's creating countless other sort of programs. Now, if you'd like, or any of us have travelled beyond the stars, come into contact with alien civilizations, but you see, if and when we do, are these the sort of crafts that we'll be
Doctor Who and Blake 7, but they're probably the best known BBC science fiction programmes. But we've done more, and there's more.
And there's more, yes. Where do you get your inspiration from when you go to design a science fiction device?
I often wonder sometimes, it's sort of, we normally sit down with great plans. We're going to draw it all out, great sheet of clean paper, pencils, everything or other. Sit down and, you know, you have to end up going to the bar normally, or the pub, you see.
This one lights up.
Yes,
what's this?
That's a Liberator gun. Very rare, that is. Not many of those left. Not many Liberators left either.
What was this from?
That's from Blake 7.
That's
what they found aboard the Liberator.
Yeah. Actually, we're just going to have a wee look now at some of Matt's models in action, and actually how weeks of painstaking work can end up in smoke in just a matter of seconds.
Well, this is one of my favourites. This comes from Doctor Who. Warrior's Gate was the story. This is the very ending. The TARDIS you see is luckily dematerialised. The gate of the title is just disappearing in a cloud of smoke, and the privateer, shall we say, the baddie's ship, which you can see in the smoke in the foreground, is also going to blow up as well. This was filmed, 2 cameras at high speed. We slowed everything down. The same thing was used for this. This is Moonbase 3. The series some people may not actually remember. This was a buggy, as you can see, crashing into a crater. We cheated somewhat because it's 2 bits of crater put together. We just sort of intercut the films. Again, it's filmed at high speed. It slows the dust down, so when the buggy finally comes to rest, like that, the dust settles, hopefully realistically. And look, being on the moon. This is the actual buggy, yes. This is, I think, the first time on television since 1973.
Still got plenty of the dust on it.
It's still got the original moon dust on it. And also, as a first, the small one we used for long shots. I think the first time both appeared together. As you said, some of them do actually, I'll stick that one up there actually, I'll roll away otherwise. Some of them do end up rather tatty, and
this is the one we saw.
This is the one you saw. This is the remains of the privateer from Warrior's Gate. As you can see, it actually did retain its shape. It's built out of metal. We put plastic panels on it, and we blew the panels off, basically. I will let you put it down, because it's rather rusty and dirty.
It's pretty heartbreaking to create it all and then have to destroy it.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
The first one was destroyed. I was sort of heartbroken over, but you get very instilled into it now.
Right, let's take a call. Hinor, which is near...
Well, hello, Claire. I suppose the most difficult is the one we haven't done yet. That's the easy answer. It's not what you were asking, I suspect. I think, going back to models and miniatures like you saw there, it's actually trying to create water, miniaturised water. Water doesn't know it's meant to be miniaturised. And you have to make the items, if you're making a submarine or something like that, you have to make it extremely large to actually not know the water is actually miniaturised. And I think that's most difficult. That and flames, trying to make flames big as well.
Okay. Anything on at the moment, Claire, that you enjoy watching space-wise?
Not really, no.
No.
There's not much on at the moment.
No, you see, has it gone through this phase? Because after the Star Wars films, has it really died a death?
Star Wars was the big key. I would have said 2001, A Space Odyssey was the initial key. Then there was the Star Wars and all the films that came after it. It goes in troughs and peaks.
Yeah,
we had Blake 7. Doctor Who, of course, carries on going. I perhaps will cheat slightly, and I say Doctor Who's probably more fantasy than science fiction, but we know that's always with us.
Of course, a new Star Trek movie this summer coming out. Let's go to Birmingham. Andrew Potter.
How much can you afford? I think it's probably the easiest question. If you talk to a producer, it's a lot of money. If you talk to us, it's not very much money at all. Obviously, if you're doing effects, it does cost more than having just me talking to you in front of a screen like this. It's very, very difficult to put a price on things, really. It is. The most dangerous ones are obviously ones that involve explosions and stunts. Stunt men and of course stunt women are their own people, but we will actually do the items, shootings or whatever that are unfortunate perhaps in these particular times, that have to go with them. So that could be the most dangerous type of thing we have to do.
Yeah, I'm fiddling